Hello YouTube! We're on the Real Programming channel. I'm its host. My name is Andrei. Welcome you. Greet you. This is our 16th lesson. We are talking about HTML and JavaScript. We'll talk about review what we just did. Let's go. You did a lot in this chapter and in a short amount of time. You built a playlist app that you can use to enter a song. Click a button and add that song to a list on the page, all using JavaScript code. First thing you did was set up an event handler to handle the user's click on the add song button. You created a function, handle button click, and set the one-click property of the add song button to this function. When the user clicks the add song button, your handle button click handler will be called. 2. Next, you wrote code for the button click handler to get the song name from the input text field. You used the input value property to get the text, and you even added a check to make sure the user had typed a song in a song. If they didn't, you alert them. In handle button click, you're getting the song name the user typing in, but by using the input value property to get the text from the DOM. 3. To add the song to the playlist, you then created a li element using document created element and set the content of the element to the song name using inner HTML. You create a new li element and set the content of the li element to the song name. 4. Finally, you added the new li element to the DOM by adding it as a child of the parent u element. You did this using append child, telling the u element to open the li element as a child, which added it to the DOM. When the element is added to the DOM, the browser updates the page the user sees and the playlist contains the song. Adding a new child to the DOM updates to the page. Wait a sec, I get we're interacting with the DOM and all, but how is this a real web app? If I close my browsers, all my songs are gone. Shouldn't my playlist items stick around of this is really an application? We agree, the playlist should be persistent. After all, what's the point of entering all those songs if they don't stick around? And there are a lot of other functionality you might want to add as well. You might, for instance, want to add an audio interface using the audio or video API so you can actually listen to the song, share songs out to friends using a web service like Facebook and Twitter, find other people in the local area that like the same artist using the geolocation APIs, and very sure you can come up with more. But back to the playlist, we wanted to get you up and running by building a small interactive app, and the playlist does a good job of that. Plus, storing the songs requires the HTML5 web storage API, which is a few chapters away. On the other hand, we really don't want to under-deliver here. Turn page. Or watch next. We prepacked some code so you don't have to make it yourself. We're gone ahead and bake a little code for you to save your playlists. For now, you just need to type it and make 2 tiny changes to your existing code and you'll have any HTML5 stored playlist. We will be covering all of the specifics of storing things locally in your browsers in the web storage chapter, but for now you can get your playlist up and running. Of course, it never hurts to look over the ready-baked code. You might be surprised how much you already know, not to mention how much of it you can figure out if you don't know it. Watch it. The ready-baked code won't work in Internet Explorer 6 or 7, Internet Explorer version 6 and 7 don't support local storage, so if you're using Internet Explorer, make sure you're using version 8 or above. And watch it next. The ready bake code won't work in some browsers. If you're serving your page from a file 2 dots and 2 slash instead of the server like localhost 2 dots and 2 slash or an online hosted server. We'll deal with this situation more in the future chapters. It pops up fairly often with new HTML5 features. For now, if you don't want to run a server copy the files to a hosted server online, try using Safari or Chrome. How to add the ready bake code. Here is the ready bake code for you. No, sorry, this to add to your WebViewTunes app so you can save the fabulous playlists or you created. All you have to do is make a new file, playlist underscore store.javascript, type in the code below and then make a couple of changes to your existing code on the next page. Type this into playlist store JavaScript. Integrating your ready bake code. We need to make a few little tweaks to integrate the storage code. First, add a reference to playlist underscore store.javascript in your head element in a playlist HTML. And don't forget, remember, you will find all the code and materials of this lesson under this video in the description link to Google Drive. Okay. Add this just above your link to playlist.javascript and loads the ready bake code. Now, you just need to add 2 lines to your code in the playlist.javascript that will load and save the playlist. This loads the saved songs from local storage when you load your page, so you see your saved songs. And this saves your song each time you add on one to the playlist. Test drive the saved songs. Okay, reload the page and type in some songs, quit the browsers, open the browsers and load the page again. You should see all the songs stored safely in your playlist. Okay, are you tired of your playlist and want to delete it? You have to check out the web storage chapter. We added all the songs, closed it, the browsers respawned it, the browsers loaded the page, and there they were. Okay, this is cool. We're really starting to make the code and the page interact with each other, and so next, continue. Perfect timing. We really wanted to take your taught a complete interactive example of HTML markup and the JavaScript working together to build the first part of a web applications. If you think about it, you already done a lot. Inserted code into your page, set up a button click event and writing the code to capture and handle the button click, ask the DOM for information, created and added new elements to the DOM. Not bad. And note now that you have a bit of an intuitive sense of how this all works together, let's take a little detour down JavaScript Avenue to see how things like function and objects really work. This isn't going to be the regular tour. Oh no, we're going to pull up the manhole covers and get a rare look at how web will function. Interested? Come on, join us in chapter 4. Bullet points. There are lots of events happening in your browsers all the time. If you want to respond to these events, you need to handle the event with event handlers. A button click event is triggered when you click on a button in a web page. You handle a button click event by registering a function to handle the event. You do this by writing the function and setting the button's on click property to the function name. If a button click event handle is registered, that function will be called when you click on the button. You write code in the handler function to respond to the button click event. You can alert the users or update the page or something else. To get the text the user has typed into a form input text field, you use the inputs value property. If a user has not entered anything into a form input text field, the value of the field will be the empty string. You can compare a variable to the empty string using an if test and with double equal. 2. Add a new element to the DOM. You first need to create the element and then add the child of an element. Use document.createElement to create a new element. Pass the tag name a.g.li into the function call to indicate what element to create. To add an element as the child of a parent element in the DOM, get a reference to the parent and the call upon child in the parent vicinity this child element you're adding. If you add multiple children to a parent by using upon child, each new child is appended after the other children, so they appear after or below the other children in the page, assuming you're not changing the layout with CSS. You can use the web storage IP local storage to store data in a user's browsers. We use local storage to save playlist songs using ready-baked code. You'll learn more about local storage in Chapter 9. You'll learn more about DOM and JavaScript features like function and objects in this chapter. And HTML5 cross. Give yourself some time to understand the interaction between HTML and JavaScript. Think out how it works together while you're doing that mix up a little by doing this crossword, all the words from this chapter. And next exercise solution. Here is the rest of the DOM, and yes, because it affects the display order in the song on the page upon child always appends the new element after this existing children. And HTML5 cross solution. And chapter 4 JavaScript function and object series JavaScript. We'll talk about this in the next lesson, and our 16th lesson about HTML and JavaScript is over. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, please put like, share with friends, drink more water. That's all. Thank you. Bye.